Hey you guys, welcome to my channel or back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate that. If you're not, we hope you'll stick around and subscribe and leave us a comment and hit that like button if you like what you see. Today I'm going to uh, show you how to paint one of my favorite lately girls. I paint a lot of girls, so this is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and show you the materials that you're going to need. You can paint this painting in any colors that you like. I'm just going to show you the ones that I personally used for this. So let me camera around. Okay. So we have here the canvas, which this canvas is an, I believe, I think this is 11 by 14. I could be wrong, but I think it's an 11 by 14. I already threw away the wrapper, so I don't remember. But anyway, so we are going to start out with a fresh canvas. You can pick up your canvas wherever you like. You can get it from Hobby Lobby, from Walmart, from the Dollar Tree may even have some of these canvases. Keep in mind, these are a little bit more professional than the ones you're going to find at, the Dollar Tree. But if you're just practicing, this is perfect. So it doesn't have to cost a lot. This is fun art, not fine art. So we are going to go ahead and just use this one I got from Michael's, and it came in a combo pack, so it was on sale. Obviously, that's what you want to do, is get them on sale if you can. The next thing you're going to need is a sharp Sharpie. I say sharp because these wear down pretty easy when you're using them with paints. So, just look for one that you can find that's going to have a sharp point. If you don't have one, Walmart sells these for like, I don't know, 2 for a couple of bucks, $2 or $3. So you can always find those. You can use fake one if you want. I prefer the Sharpies because they don't bleed. My first color, or one of my colors here I'm going to be using, is ultramarine blue. It's I have a fetish for blues. I love all blues. So I use a lot of blues. But this is from the Master's Touch collection, and as you can see, it's only $3.99. A lot of my paints, you're going to see the tubes are very low because I use a lot of paints. But anyway, that's one of the colors. Another color we have is called Cashew. I like this, like a tan color, good for skin tones. The next one I have here is medium magenta. You can mix up red and white until you get the color of magenta that you want, but I just already have this one. So, and then for a little bit of shine, we're going to use some copper. I like that. And of course, we have to have our basic white. It's titanium white. Another blue that I love is, it's actually called gray purple, but if you ask me, it's more like a blue purple. Not gray, really, but I use it a lot. As you can tell, it's almost out. And then, of course, whatever color eyes you want her to have, but this is green. It's something I can't pronounce, green, as you can see. Phthalo, I don't know. It's green. It's a deep green. All right, so those are the colors. So we have our canvas, we have our paints, we have our Sharpie, some sort of, this is a TV table that, as you can see, I just let myself go. You can use an easel. I prefer smaller canvases like this. I prefer to go ahead and paint them flat, but you can do whatever you like. Also, we're going to be using a couple of different brushes. One you're going to want, and just bear with me, it's actually a square. I had it in water, so it's a square. It doesn't have to be, this, it can be white, it can be black, it doesn't matter what type of, whatever you prefer. This is just a nylon brush from Hobby Lobby. It's rather large. It's about the size of my finger. Width-wise, this is going to cover the whole canvas, so we're going to do the whole canvas in that. The next type brush, and you'll have to forgive me because I have them all in water over here, so I'm just searching for the one that I want to use because I tend to keep a lot of them. That's not it. Okay, here it is. So it's another, actually this is not the one I had in mind. Bear with me. Jeez, there it is. Okay. It's another flat, almost square, but it's not. It's angled. I like this because you can turn it like a pencil, which I'll show you later, and you can get into corners that you might not be able to. So anyways, just another nylon brush from Hobby Lobby. And lastly, for those tiny, tiny, tiny little areas that we need to do touch-ups or whatnot, just a tiny little brush, like a liner brush, I think is what this is called. Like I said, we're here to do fun art, not fine art, so it doesn't have to be, you know, we don't have to name them all. Anyways, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and start putting our paint on our canvas and just load it up with colors. You can put more than one color on there and just brush it up and down, and that's what you're gonna do until you have your background exactly how you want it. I'm just adding in some champagne copper and pink and blue and put some yellow in there. And just, you know, however you want your background. You can do a solid background if you want to. You don't have to do anything fancy like this. I just like it like this. Now, eventually, when you do mix these colors, you're going to come up with something that looks like gray or green or something you don't like. But all you have to do is just put more color over it. To reduce the brush strokes, I suggest doing, you know, the up and down, all the way up and down the canvas as much as possible. And so yeah, that's basically all we're going to do here, and just keep painting it, and then when we're done, we're going to let it dry. Keep in mind, because you're putting so many colors on it, it's going to take a minute to dry. You can always use a blow dryer if you're in a hurry, but I just let it sit. It only takes maybe 30 minutes to an hour to dry. And just go ahead and put as much different colors as you want on it, and get the canvas background the way you like it. Okay, so now that we have our canvas all dry, we're going to take our Sharpie and we're going to go ahead and draw her face in. I usually position myself about 2 fingers in from the side of the canvas. And we'll go ahead and give her a long neck, shoulder detail. I'm just putting some hair details on there. And I know there's a glare, so I'll hold it up. We're just going to do a half circle, and then to the bottom, do a pupil color, and of course the rest will be white. Put some little eyelashes. I usually go ahead and do the lips next, so I know where I want to position my nose, and add a little bit more hair. Gonna do the curly cues. Basically looks like a big snail for her hair buns, and that's that. Then we're going to just draw some little earrings, nothing fancy, just triangles. Just long, sexy triangles to hit her shoulders. And there we have the outline. So just set your Sharpie aside. Go ahead and grab the angled medium brush, and then go ahead and start with your hair color. Now I'm using blue, but you can use any color you want, red, green, whatever color you want her hair to be, blonde. It's up to you. And yes, I'm going over the marker lines I've just made, but that's okay. They'll still show lightly through, and we'll use those for a guide later. But just go ahead and color that in. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Yep. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and do her hair buns at the bottom. And just basically color in all of that. And I like these angled brushes because you can use the side and the flat part to get into the small spots, and it really helps to stay within the lines that we've already made. Just touch up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to rinse it out, and now I'm going to go ahead and start in with her face. I'm going to use a copper color, and you'll see that I'm going to bend. I'm going to be putting a lot of layers on her face, but I like to do this because I like to highlight it. So you can use whatever colors you like. You can use, you know, white. Cashew is the other color I like to use. You can use pink, whatever, you know, whatever you want to use. So I'm going to start adding some different colors. This is burnt sienna. Put some cashew at the top. So just, I'm doing it until I like what I see. I like the layers. And basically just play around with it and, you know, do some highlights. And I just keep doing it until I like how her face looks, basically. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put some green on her eyelid for eyeshadow. And just going to go ahead and put that on there with a small brush. Then I'm going to wash it off and going to go ahead and do the blue. It's a dark blue in the eye color section there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the earrings also in the same color blue. I like blue, that's just me. You can do whatever color you like. Little triangle earrings. And I'm going to go ahead and wash it off again. Do some red on her lips. You can use pink, you can use red, you can use magenta, whatever color you like. You can use blue, whatever strikes your fancy. This is your painting. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the white part of her eyes. And just follow through with that. A couple of coats with the white because it is sheer. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back and do the neck and the shoulders. And I'm using cashew as the color. And I'm just basically filling in. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some copper champagne on the other side. Just kind of figuring out how I want it to look like the face. And it's all about the shading and the mixing of colors, basically. And I'll just keep doing that until I'm happy with it, like the rest of the painting. Now, of course, you don't have to do it this way. You can do it any way you like. You can make all of her skin one color. This is yellow orchard, something like that. That and burnt sienna. I'm using a little bit of both, mix it in. So I wanted a little bit different color than what I had. But as I was saying, you can do it any way you like. This is your painting. You can paint it her. She can be all white. She can be a brown. She can be any color that you like because she is yours. Now I'm coming in with some white just to give it a little bit of balance, like I did the face. And you can use your fingers, you can use whatever. I'm going back over the eyes now with another coat of white because the first coat has dried. And then I'm going to put a little white highlight on here, but I don't know that I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to see what I think about it, and I'll go from there. I'm filling in the black pupil part of the eye. And I'm giving a little bit of highlight with light blue to the earrings. And I'm putting a couple of white dots on her pupil and right at the bow of her lip. And now that certain parts have dried, well, some is dry and some is not. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go over the parts that are dry. Yeah, some of it's not dry. Go ahead and go over the parts and redraw those lines that we had. And just try to make my lines even, which I'm not real good at, but you know, do the best you can. All right, so we got that. Now I'm just going to turn it upside down so I can go ahead and do the side. Make a nice neat line there. Go ahead and do her face. And then I'll turn it back around and do the hair. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to hold it up because I know there's a glare. And I'm sorry about the angle, but it's what I have to do now because I'm just shooting with my cell phone. I don't have a digital camera right now. Okay, so I put the curly keys back, finish up marking the face off here. Okay, let's do her neck. Shoulders. Give a good outline for the shoulders. Do the other shoulder. Alright, I'm going to go over the earrings. And outline the inside and the outside of them. Alright, so we'll get that done. And I'm going to go back over her lips. And of course, we're going to go ahead and give her back her nose that we painted over. Then I'm going to go over the eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and give her back some lashes. And see how you can get paint on there. The white wasn't quite dry, so sometimes I just have to get another marker because I got paint on that one. So, but we'll go ahead and give her back some lashes. Okay, so that's what it looks like at this point. I've decided that I think I'm going to put some white for highlights on the earrings, just around, and in her hair. I don't know, I just want some highlights of some kind. So I'm just kind of throwing the paint there, you know, and put a little bit of white in the green, make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, I like that a lot better. You just have to play around sometimes. Put a little bit more copper in certain areas. A little bit more highlights in certain areas. Yeah, I just wanted her eye area to be lighter. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. It's just like when you do your own makeup, you know, around your eye, you want it to be a little bit lighter. And then contour the nose, a little bit of lighter above the little bow of her lip, a little bit darker on this side. Eventually you have to just go and leave it alone. But this is the part I tend to stress about. So do I want it lighter? Do I want it darker? You know. So eventually I have to just leave it alone. But as you can see, it's up to you how many layers you add and what colors and how you blend it and whatnot. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go over her lips. I'm not digging the white in the lips, so we're just going to make them red again. And let's see. I think I'm satisfied with her. So I am going to go ahead and this is the finished product. And see that one. So that's it. That's how you do this painting. And I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. And let me know in the comments below what you would like for me to teach you or show you how to do. If I can, I will. But yeah, let's do some more. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you can be notified every time I put up a new video. And like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.